Okay, so as many of you guys know, it can be a bit pricey if you have someone, make all your animations and stuff. And let's say you're a bit low on cash. Well, you can use Davinci Resolve free or studio version. I'm using the studio version, but the free version works for this 100% just fine. So for this, what we are going to do, as the title states, we are going to create our alert that you can see on my stream actually. When I do stream, there'll be a link in the description below to my stream. But let's get started. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and start from scratch, which means I'm going to disable this. And originally, this wasn't a compound clip. It was just an image. This image, to be exact, I dragged it down here. I zoomed out a little bit so, it would fit the whole screen. And then I shrunk it down to about 5 seconds. It's not exactly 5 seconds, but close enough for what we need. We only need it to be 5 seconds. If it's a looping animation, 5 seconds is more than enough. You can go less or more depending on what you need. If it's not a looping animation, maybe you just want it to be the whole duration of the alert. So maybe you can go 7, 10, use your own preference. Well, and then I applied a plugin I have, okay? So if we go under here, under effects, I have an effect I use. I did a whole video covering this effect. Feel free to check it out. If you wish, I'll leave a link to the video in the description below. And we applied that effect, and then that gave us this that we are working with right now. It's not super flashy, but it's flashy enough for me. It's what I like in general. We don't have to worry about adding the fade in, fade out, because any site you upload the alert to will have its own fade in, fade out. But if you want to, you can. You simply could use keyframes or use another plugin. But then, after you're done, also you may notice I'm using vertical video, but that's mostly because of the simple fact that since it's supposed to be long ways, it actually will make the character a bit taller if you do it than if you do it horizontally. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind. And then after you have everything the way you like it, go to deliver, okay? And then what you want to do is, well, this part doesn't matter, but I always go ahead and go to audio and uncheck this box so it's not, so audio doesn't get exported. Go to video. Now this part is very important. This part is a little less important if you aren't playing around with a transparent layer, but I want this to be transparent. So what I will have to do is go to format, go to QuickTime format, go to codec, and I like choosing GoPro Cineform. In theory, you can choose DNHR, but I like the GoPro Cineform. Go down here, change it to RGB 16-bit. As you see, I'm Well, technically, you might have better luck if you put it down to 1080. No, yeah. 1080 by 1920. It's with it because I have use vertical resolution on, and make sure to hit export alpha layer, name it whatever you want. In this case, we're just going to name it not 4K because, it's not 4K because that made the file too big. Put it wherever you want, but keep note of where it is because you will have to drag and drop it into the place you need later on. And after that exported, or while it's exporting, you will want to go to a website called Nerd or Die, specifically MOV to WEBP converter, because that QuickTime format that I told you guys to use, it will make it into a move file. Okay, so don't worry, it will make it into a move file. And don't worry, this is 100% free. It's very useful, 100% free. I'll put a link in the description below where you can click on this if you so wish. Like I said, 100% free, very useful. Go ahead, add to cart. Note that this only works for Windows. So unfortunately, if you are on Mac, I do not have a solution per se at the moment. The best I can recommend is in Davinci Resolve, you can make something into a GIF, and that could work, or you could make it into an MP4, but it won't necessarily. The MP4 definitely won't have transparent background. The GIF will technically have transparent background, but the GIF, making a GIF on Davinci Resolve is kind of buggy at the moment. But anyway, back to Windows. You'll want to download this, install it, keep it somewhere where you actually want to keep it. This is possibly not a one and done thing. It's not just a thing where you can double click, install app, then delete it. It's nothing like that. Keep the whole folder somewhere you want it to be. And then after it downloaded, extract it and then open the folder. Now, after we have everything we need downloaded, we are going to, of course, extract our converter, and we are going to put the file, we can just drag and drop the file that we just created using Davinci Resolve over to here. And then all we have to do is double click on convert. Now, once you click on convert, it will open up this type menu. I'm showing you guys because it opened on my other monitor. I dragged it over here. That's why it's a bit cut off. Now I'm going to actually hit the X because I already did this. That's why this is here. As you see, it converted a move file that we made over to a WEBM. And instead of it being about half a gigabyte, it's only about 20 megabytes. So that's quite easier. And then it will also let us easily load it into our alert website, whatever it is. So we can easily set this as an alert, or we can just use it as is on OBS itself or any other platform you guys use as is, and it will actually be better for resource use and stuff in programs like OBS. So yeah, hopefully this helps you in some way, shape, or form. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.